can just ignore the rules around here? I've had enough of your nonsense!
Cruel landlady thought she was untouchable until she met her match. Willow Court was ruled by fear, a landlord so powerful, tenants whispered instead of spoke. An old man almost thrown out for being 5 minutes late on rent. Then 2 quiet sisters moved in. No shouting, no threats, just one dangerous question. Can we see the receipt? What happened next exposed a monster and turned an entire compound against its queen. Stay till the end to see how fear lost its power, and don't forget to subscribe for more powerful stories like this. Willow Court was a place where laughter went to die. The paint on the walls was peeling like old skin, and the air always smelled of damp concrete and fear. At the center of this fear was Madame Bella. Madame Bella did not walk. She marched. She wore bright, expensive clothes, paid for by the extra fees she squeezed from her tenants. Her eyes were sharp, always looking for a weakness. One Tuesday morning, Mr. Miller, an elderly man in apartment 4B, was 5 minutes late with his rent. Bella stood at his door, her voice loud enough for the whole compound to hear. "Do you think this is a charity, old man?" Bella sneered, tapping her long red fingernails on the doorframe. "Please, madam," Mr. Miller whispered, his hands shaking. "The bank was slow today. I have the money right here." "Next time, it's double, or you can sleep on the street with the rats." She turned away, smiling as she saw curtains quickly close in other windows. She loved that sound, the sound of people hiding from her. She was the queen of Willow Court, and her rule was absolute. A week later, a dusty blue car pulled into the compound. 2 young women stepped out. The older sister, Jade, was quiet. She wore neat, simple clothes and carried a large tote bag. Her eyes scanned the broken fences and the overflowing trash bins without blinking. The younger sister, June, was like sunshine in the gloomy courtyard. She waved to a delivery driver and smiled at a nervous teenager hanging laundry. Madame Bella watched them from her second-floor balcony, sipping bitter tea. "Fresh meat," she mumbled to herself. They looked young, inexperienced, and alone. They had no men to protect them, and they looked too polite to fight back. When they came to sign the lease, Bella gave her iciest stare. "The rules are simple. Pay on time, make no noise, and never question me. If you break a rule, you are out." "We understand," Jade said, her voice calm and even. She signed the papers quickly. Bella smirked. She thought they would last 2 months, maybe 3, before she broke their spirits. She was wrong. The first month passed quietly. Then, Bella decided it was time to test the new girls. She banged on their door on a Saturday morning. June opened it with a bright smile. "Good morning, Madame Bella." Bella scowled. "Cut the charm. I need $50 for the emergency compound maintenance fee." Jade appeared behind her sister. She held a notebook and a pen. "Good morning, madam. Which emergency is this for?" Bella blinked. No one ever asked that. The pipes, the main water pipes need fixing." "I see," Jade said, writing something down. "We would be happy to pay. Please just provide us with a printed invoice and a copy of the plumber's work order for our records." The compound went deathly silent. Neighbors peeked out of their windows. A printed invoice? A work order? Bella's face turned red. "How dare you? You think I am lying? I own this place. I am the law here." "We are not saying you are lying," Jade said calmly. "We just need receipts. It's standard procedure." Bella spluttered insults, turned around and stomped away without the money. It was the first time in 10 years someone had said no to her and survived. The sisters didn't celebrate their small victory. They went to work. June became the heart of the operation. On sunny afternoons, she sat outside with a pitcher of iced tea, offering glasses to anyone walking by. Slowly, the neighbors started talking. A tired single mother told June about the mold in her bathroom that Bella refused to clean. Mr. Miller talked about the broken heater in his room. While June listened with sympathy, Jade was busy. She walked around the compound like a ghost. She took clear photos of exposed electrical wires. She documented the leaks in the roof. She wrote down dates, times, and details in her thick notebook. They were building a map of Madame Bella's cruelty. Madame Bella knew she was losing control, and it made her furious. She decided to teach the sisters a harsh lesson. One evening, Jade and June were cooking dinner when the lights in their apartment suddenly died. The rest of the compound still had power. Bella stood outside their door, laughing cruelly. Oops, looks like an electrical fault. It might take weeks to fix. Maybe you should move. Instead of crying or begging, the sisters lit vanilla-scented candles. They opened their door and sat on the porch step, playing soft music on a portable speaker. The soft light and music drew people out. Soon, Mr. Miller brought his harmonica. The tired single mother brought some cookies. It turned into a gentle, defiant neighborhood gathering right in front of the dark apartment. Up on her balcony, Bella watched the flickering candlelight below. They weren't afraid of the dark. They were shining brighter. Bella couldn't take it anymore. She decided to humiliate them so badly they would run away in shame. On a Saturday afternoon, when everyone was home, Bella marched to their apartment with 2 large security guards she had hired. "Get out!" Bella screamed, throwing an empty cardboard box at their door. "You are evicted. You are noisy, dirty tenants, and I want you gone now." It was a lie, and everyone knew it. The compound residents gathered, terrified. Jade stepped out first, looking perfectly calm. June followed, holding her phone up steadily. The red recording light was on. "You have no grounds for eviction, madame," Jade said clearly. "I don't need grounds. I am Madame Bella," she shrieked, pointing a finger in Jade's face. "You are nobodies. I will throw your clothes in the street." "Are you threatening an illegal eviction in front of witnesses?" Jade asked, her voice cutting through the noise. "Witnesses? These cowards won't say a word." Bella laughed cruelly at the other tenants. Jade took one step forward. The fear was gone from her eyes, replaced by cold steel. "You are right about one thing, Bella. We aren't just tenants." Jade pulled a business card from her pocket and held it up. "I am a certified paralegal working for the City Housing Advocacy Group. I specialize in tenant rights." Bella froze. Her mouth opened, but no sound came out. Then June stepped forward, still recording. "And I am a freelance investigative journalist. This live stream is currently being watched by 3 local news stations and 2 city council members." A gasp ran through the crowd of neighbors. "We didn't move here by accident," Jade said, her voice firm. "We heard about you. We came to see if the rumors were true, and you gave us everything we needed." Bella panicked. She pulled out her phone and dialed the number of a corrupt city inspector she had paid off for years. "Fix this," she hissed into the phone. "Get down here and arrest these girls." Jade just shook her head. "He isn't coming, Bella. We sent my file, hundreds of photos and witness statements, to his boss this morning. He's currently suspended." At that moment, 2 official white city vans pulled into the compound gates. 4 real inspectors in uniforms stepped out, carrying clipboards. They didn't ask Bella for permission. They walked straight to the exposed wires Jade had photographed. They went to see the mold in the single mother's apartment. Bella stood alone in the center of the courtyard. Her guards had quietly slipped away. Her empire of fear was crumbling into dust in the afternoon sun. 2 days later, Bella sat across a metal table from Jade, June, and a serious-looking city lawyer. Bella looked smaller. Her expensive clothes looked wrinkled. The lawyer slid a thick document across the table. "These are the fines you owe the city, and this is the amount you owe your tenants for illegal fees over the last 5 years. It is a very large number." Bella looked at the papers and began to cry. It wasn't fake crying this time. "You don't understand," she sobbed. "When I bought this place, people took advantage of me. I had to be tough. I had to make them fear me so they wouldn't hurt me." Jade looked at her with pity, but not forgiveness. "Someone hurt you in the past, Bella. That is sad. But it does not give you the right to hurt Mr. Miller or the children living in moldy rooms." "Accountability isn't cruelty," June added softly. "It's just what's fair." Madame Bella did not go to jail, but she lost something more important to her unchecked power. To keep her property, she had to agree to strict supervision. The city forced her to lower the rent back to legal levels. Crews came in to fix the roofs, the pipes, and the electrical wiring. 6 months later, Jade and June packed their dusty blue car. Their job at Willow Court was done. As they loaded the last box, Mr. Miller came out. He looked healthier. He handed them a bag of oranges. "Thank you," he said simply, "for turning on the lights." Jade smiled, a rare, true smile. "You always had the light, Mr. Miller. You just needed to know you weren't alone. Bella watched them leave from her balcony. She didn't sneer, she just looked tired. She raised a hand in a hesitant, awkward wave. Jade nodded back once, started the engine, and drove away to the next battle. Willow Court was still old, but the air didn't smell like fear anymore. It smelled like change. Dear viewers, what lessons did you take away from this dramatic tale? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed the story, give us a thumbs up, share it with friends, and hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss out on our latest updates. Stay blessed.